Hi, Shelley.
I'm Shelley. I'm with the MAAC LIHEAP office. LIHEAP stands for Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program. And basically, this provides energy assistance for eligible households. So it's a one-time payment for your primary heating bill from November through March. And then crisis funding is available to help you pay that utility bill when your energy is either disconnected or if you get a disconnect notice. So households need to submit a new application each program year, and the next program year actually begins November 1. So right now we're taking applications for households that have someone who is 60 or older or someone with a disability. Those applications can come in beginning October 1. So right now, all other households can start submitting their applications November 1. So if you're eligible, you're going to get that one-time payment to your primary heat. For a lot of folks, that's gas, so their Spire account. Other folks who only have electric, that would go towards their electric, but they get that one-time credit. And then if you get disconnected or a disconnect notice, you may be eligible to receive additional assistance without having to complete a new application. So it's just typically one application is needed for the program year. Again, that starts November 1. And that's going to last you all the way through September 30th once you're eligible, unless you move, in which case you would need to fill out a new application. So eligibility requirements are that you have to be responsible for paying your home heating and cooling costs. You have to be a United States citizen or have been legally admitted for permanent residence. You have to have $3,000 or less in bank accounts, retirement accounts, or investments. And you have to meet the specific income guidelines, which is basically 135% of the federal poverty level. So most households, if they receive food stamps, they're going to be eligible. That's not a requirement. You do not have to receive food stamps. That's just kind of where those income guidelines typically fall. So as far as COVID-specific resources, our office doesn't really, the state made a couple of changes this year. So typically in the summer, for people who get a disconnect notice from their electric or they get that electric disconnected, there's only $300 available. The state did increase that amount over the summer. So $600 was available if that's what was needed to restore your service. They also extended the summer program. So if you get a disconnect notice or you're already disconnected from your electric, you can submit that to our office through the end of October. Usually that ends at the end of September, but those are the only COVID-specific updates that we know of so far. We don't have any upcoming events except for new program year, so get your new application in. And basically all you need to do is complete and submit that new application. So if you received one or assistance last year, you're going to get an application in the mail. The state just automatically sends that to you and it tells you where to return it. If you don't have an application and you want one, there are a couple of places you can find it. You can just look up Missouri LIHEAP and that'll probably take you to the state website. There's one there that's fillable or you can print it off. If you need to, you can call our office and we will mail one to you. We also have them outside our office door, blank ones for people who are just coming up to check on one. So you need to complete your application, fill in all of the fields on there. Even if you think, oh, you already know my social because I told you last year, the state requires you to fill that in completely for everyone in your household. Otherwise, it really slows processing down. And we will have to send you a letter that says you need to complete part 2. So complete the application, return it with all the supporting documents that are needed, and the application tells you exactly what those are. You can mail those to our office. We are getting buckets of mail daily right now. You can fax it to our office, or you can place it in the Dropbox. So Starla, do you want me to just rattle off our address and fax, or do you want me to put it in the chat, or what's the easiest way?
Would you mind doing both and
Yeah.
the phone number for them to call if they need one mailed to them, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So the address is 4001 Blue Parkway, Suite 270. That's Kansas City, Missouri, 64130. The fax number is 816-768-8901. Our phone number, if you need one mailed, is 816-768-8900. I will say that we have very high call volumes right now. So if you get a voicemail, please just leave your name and address and we'll know that you want an application mailed to you. And also, I would recommend that after you submit your application, just be watching your mail. The state requires any correspondence from our office be done by mail. And so if we need additional information from you, or if you forgot to submit a copy of something, we're going to ask for that by mail. So you're going to get a letter from our office that says, hey, please submit a copy of your child's social security card, or please submit such and such. And if you fail to do that within a certain amount of time, we actually have to deny your application and you would have to start over. So that is LIHEAP in a nutshell. I will go ahead and put those things in the chat unless you have any additional questions you can think of, Stella.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.